Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. I'm your host, Logan23. You're joining me for Identity Prize Chapter 2. You spend the entire week on autopilot, feeling like you're on the brink of something big. But you don't want this to be a milestone. You're selling a night to the highest bidder. That's it. It's the difference between Dr. Strong, premier oncologist, no, I have no student loans, funny story, and that's Doctor, I auctioned my V card, thank you very much. You want to be a doctor more than anything. You won't let this auction haunt you. It'll be over soon, and you can move on with your life. You entertain some fantasies. Will he be handsome, gentle, good in bed? How would you even judge that? You're napping over a rough overnight shift in the ER when Heath calls again. Wow. That... someone forgot their space bar at home. What do you... Fuck it. Were you sleeping? Yeah, late shift last night. This morning. Well, put a pot of coffee on. Your winner wants to meet you this afternoon. He wants to meet me today. Absolutely, let's do it. Done and done. Let me see if I've got anything cute I can wear. That's what I like to hear. You need a good impression. He's got the money after all. Oh, I will. It's been a while since I've dated, but don't sweat it, hon. Confidence in clothes can get you everywhere in this world. I preserved a pilot. Let's try this again. Chapters has downgraded my intellect by a few points. I need to buff it. A private conference room at the Weston South Coast Plaza. You got anything businessy? Yeah, my one serious pencil skirt, but it's wrinkled. Need to iron it, and, well, I don't have an iron. I'll bring one when I pick you up. I don't have a board either. I'll bring that too. Use a table, Mia. I'm not here to solve all your first world hetero-female problems. Right now, I need you to get up, get caffeinated, get your makeup on, and get with the program, okay? You sigh and hang up, your heart races. It occurs to you that Heath hasn't said whom he selected. Regardless, you shower and follow his instructions. You're in a white, tailored, button-down blouse, panties when he shows up without an iron. What color panties? These are important goddamn things. I think that stupid little twerp Brian swiped it when we broke it up. Are you serious right now, Heath? What the hell am I gonna iron? Or what the hell am I going to iron this this skirt with? Why don't you just hang it up in the shower, run some hot water, the steam will take out some of the wrinkles. You want me to give my skirt a shower? A dryer would work too, but since you don't have one of those, or a better idea, it's shower time. You're in the shower until the hot water runs cold, which doesn't take long in the little studio. The skirt's damp and still wrinkly, you put it on and show Heath. The skirt's a hot mess, literally. How much time do we have? Maybe we can swing by the mall to pick up a loaner? Or you could have literally ran to the laundromat, thrown it in the dryer for 5 minutes, and ta-da! For 50 cents. Well, it's $1 now, isn't it? Not enough time to go to the mall. What else do you have? I have... What's wrong with this? How is that being held up? How? That is... oh my god. That is gravity defying in and of itself. Fortunately for you, honey, he's not paying big bucks to sleep with your skirt. We'd have to knock the price way down for that. You can be a real dick sometimes, Heath. You haven't even told me who this guy is. Who is it I'm impressing, by the way? You'll find out soon enough. His name is Drake? Adam Drake? Not you, 58. He shoots you a glance like you, of all people, should know who that is, and you don't. And which rich dude is he? The Cali one. Lives in Newport Beach, of course, and he's a bit older than we are. 26? So, how'd he get so rich? Trust fund? Daddy owned a business? Nope, completely self-made. He's a software architect who focuses on video games. I'm more than a bit surprised. His sense of irony isn't lost on me. I see why you picked him up. Did he work on anything I know? Maybe. Just how thorough was your background check, Heath? Oh, God. I know him like a brother by now. We spoke on Monday for 3 hours and again on Wednesday. I was already half in love with him before I met Mr. New York, and I think you will be too. You snort, he's laying it on thick. Yeah, don't do that in here. He might back out if he hears your little piggy snort laugh. Not a half an hour later, you and he sit at a glass and chrome conference table that exudes wealth. You're driven by this hotel many times, but never been inside. You drum your hands on your lap. He stops you by placing his hand across yours. Calm down, Mia. You're driving me up a tree with that. Are we really that early? No, he's late. He's coming up the 405, and after 3, it's an instant parking lot. He's probably stuck in traffic. Can't he take the filthy rich limo lane or something? Before you finish the thought, 2 men approach the frosted glass door to the conference room. The taller one leans forward to snap open the door. His hair is dark and close-cropped. And you no longer notice the first man when you lock eyes with the second. This is him, Adam Drake. The stunningly handsome man hesitates at the doorway as he catches a full glimpse of you. He's chiseled masculinity, all angles and strong, clean lines. He never takes his eyes off you, not once. Oh, God. I'm in so much trouble. Good to see you again, Bowman. His voice. Wow. My heart's racing. I can feel every part of my body responding to him. Elevated respiration, increased perceived body heat, speedy pulse, all classic signs of sexual arousal. Okay, Connor, sit down. Good to see you too, Adam. This is my, our semi-famous blogger, Girl Geek. Girl Geek, meet Adam Drake. So, do I call you Girl Geek, or do I get to know your actual name? You can call me Mia. You'll be screaming it later. Oh, I went there. Holy shit. Some things just slip right through the filter. Girl Geek it is, then. Your fist clenching. Is he being arrogant on purpose to provoke you? So let's get over the particulars. Is this just about penetration, or their specific laydown? What about touching, kissing, amounts of session, what kinks are allowed or forbidden? That's a lot to cover, and this is a really strange place to do it. No pun intended. How about we just start with deal breakers then? Okay, then let's start with number 1. There will be no fellatio. Excuse me? You're earning right, no blowjobs. Is that going to be a problem? Not for me. Here's one of mine. You're on birth control, right? I'll be using birth control, but there will also be condoms. I expect you to use one. I'm paying a fortune for the privilege of experiencing your womanhood. I think it goes without saying that I expect to do it without a barrier. You clench your teeth so hard your head hurts. He may be the most gorgeous, no he's not, creature I've ever laid my eyes on, but he's also a humongous asshat. Why is that a problem? If we're both cleared by a physician... Recent medical clearance isn't good enough for me. I require celibacy for at least the previous 6 months. Then there isn't a problem. You're about to call him a liar when Heath leans forward and puts his hand on the table in front of you. Drake's eyes dart to Heath, and then to me. Then to me? That's the first time I've ever done that. He's trying to gauge our relationship. Gentlemen, could you excuse us for a moment? If, of course, that's okay with the lady. It's fine. I wonder if Strongjaw's still interested in the deal. There's no way he could be worse than this jerk. Ethan, the lawyer, leave the two of you alone in the room. You're a little surprised to see his manner shift. I apologize for my bluntness. I assumed if you're doing this, you'd be comfortable with straight talk. Oh, is that what that was? I thought you were being just a complete jackass. You're not leaving me with the best impression of yourself, Mr. Drake. Do I really need to? I thought my bank account was the only good impression you needed. I'm not a prostitute. Yes, you are, honey. You're accepting $750,000 for your virginity. Honey, if you're not a prostitute, then I am the Pope. And I'll thank you not to treat me like one. You've sold yourself. You may not see yourself as one, but clearly. One night in my life and a bit of broken skin does not constitute prostitution. You clearly need to Google the definition of prostitution. You're having sex for money. Seems like a textbook definition of prostitution to me. I prefer not to put a label on it. Oh, Christ. Oops, accidentally clicked. Probably because everything coming out of her mouth is just ignorance right now. A lot can happen in one night, Mia. Your heart pounds and your pulse screams through your veins and contorted throbs. My head says kick this asshat to the curb. There's a lot of things I'll do for that kind of money. Submitting to him doesn't have to be one of them. It's a strange kind of morality to save yourself for so long, only to sell it off to the highest bidder. It's strange that I sold it, but not strange that you're buying it. How Neanderthal of you. Why would you be involved in this auction? Is it because you can? The way you've been talking, I think you're just buying it so you can have a fun party story for your rich friends. That's right, it's the ultimate one-upper. Who cares about a new yacht or designer suits? Besides, being rich is all about buying things and experiences no one else can have, isn't it? You didn't pay to get inside my head, Mr. Drake. Just my pants. Here's the fine print. I covered everything I could think of. I push Heath's stack of papers across the table towards him. He glances at them and looks away. I'm not reading that now, and I'll do some addendums of my own, along with a non-disclosure agreement. You do know that I'm a blogger, right? Yes. And with the exception of your manifesto, you're a video game blogger, Amelia, not a sex blogger. Pushes a sheet of paper towards you. It's a standard NDA that says you can't blog about your experience. You weren't planning to go into details, but you did plan to mention it had happened. You have a certain credibility to maintain, after all. Pen, please. You expect a platinum and gold-plated... Oh god, this word. Ostentatious rich guy's pen. He hands you a plastic one. You sign the paper and push it across the table to him. I'm gonna need a copy of that, by the way. That's because people like him don't keep the really nice expensive pins and hand them out because people typically will take them. Of course. He takes a picture of it with his chrome-plated smartphone and taps on the keyboard. I sent your associate a copy. He can forward it to you. I'll send a physical copy later. It's too bad you won't let me write that about it. I could have made you sound absolutely mind-blowing in bed. Who says our encounters won't be? It's one night, Mr. Drake. Encounters should have parentheses around the S. There'll be encounters, Mia. No air quotes, no parentheses. I want to slap that smug look off his handsome face. So why is his arrogance turning me on? A sense of control. His gaze lowers down to your breast, lingering before returning to your eyes. This is gonna be fun. I've had it with the rude, hot perv. And yet you keep complimenting him with hot. And attractive. And handsome. And... a joke about his stupid, sexy face. Really? Remark on his encounters. I've tried to think of a way to say the encounters would be fun, but my mind betrays me. Imagine his confidence as he pulls you into the bedroom. I can almost feel his practiced hands roaming all over my body. Embarrassed, you fold your arms across your chest. He's got you speechless. You come up short. Sorry to cut this short, but I have a meeting to get to. We can work out all the details to your satisfaction. I'm relieved that he's leaving. I don't think I can last 10 more minutes in a room with him. I'll be reachable by email, or you can text me. Of course. I ran out of text on my prepaid phone. He must have a sixth sense for ways to get my goat. My cell phone isn't working. His forehead creases for a moment. He's about to say something, then changes his mind. What is he thinking? I have nothing but your best interest, health, and safety in mind, Amelia, both physically and legally. He definitely notices your raised eyebrow. They keep saying my. It's interesting. Me, my. Hmm. Also, when did we tell him our name was Amelia? We said Maya. Well, I do have my own expectations of how this should go, of course. Of course you do. He walks alongside you as you exit the room. He stands so close that his jacket brushes your shoulder. You feel like your heart's going to have a cardiac arrest, but you wait for him to open the door. He doesn't. Instead, he turns and pins you down with a dark gaze. Is there something else you wanted to discuss? Intensity doesn't let up, and that willful smile returns. I feel my cheeks getting flushed. No, I better not ask. He doesn't move. His hand tightens on the door. What's he gonna do? Mr. Drake. Adam. He reaches his hand out to touch you. Jump back. You force yourself to jump back. I'm surprised by how much I don't hate his touch. He lowers his hand. You want nothing more than to grab it and put it right back on your jaw, where it belongs. This woman is cuckoo for Cuckoo Puffs, man. First it's don't touch me, then it's touch me, then it's don't touch me, then it's... Your nerves are at a fever pinch. You remind yourself that he'll be touching a lot more than just your jaw soon. Call me out. It's only fitting, given that we'll be seeing each other naked soon. Your jaw drops and your cheeks flush. He seems to be amused by this reaction. He's testing you. This isn't a done deal. I can always change my mind. You could, and if you can't bring yourself to hear it talked about, you probably shouldn't go through with it. It's not he was talking about it the way that bothers me. It's the way he talks about it. You lean so close, you're inches away from him leaving, your senses reeling. In the end, after all the legal talk and technical Latin we've been throwing around, this isn't going to be all about two people having sex in bed and other places. Is this the same guy who tenderly caressed my jaw? He's got social skills of a caveman. Maybe he's the kind of guy who has to pay for sex. He's also a computer geek, after all, a hot one. Infuriated. I finally have to decide between him and a bit of his own medicine. I stay silent. I'm embarrassed. You give him the once-over and rest your eyes on his chest and his crotch. It doesn't even faze him. Either I didn't go far enough, or he's so used to being eye-humped that it doesn't even register. Maybe this is just how really ridiculously good-looking people say hello to each other? The world may never know. Yes, this is definitely going to be fun. You'll be paying enough for it. We'll be in touch, Mia. He holds the door open, but the gesture's too late to impress you. You straighten your back for a good posture. You're not about to let him win. Adam shakes Heath's hand and departs with his lawyer. Are you effing kidding me? That's the guy you picked? How in the hell did you think I'd tolerate him? Actually, thought you guys had a lot in common. What? Because he makes video games and I like to play them a lot? Look at it this way. If the sex sucks, you can give every game he's had a shitty review. You're hilarious. Did you tell Strongjaw to go away yet, or is he still an option? Simmer down now, Mia. Give it a day or two, okay? He said he'd email you. Maybe he'll be more polite. He's not paying to send me emails, Heath. I'm going to be alone with him all night. He shakes his head and gives you a look that said, I told you so. And it burns you up. That's the nature of the beast, Mia. It's what you signed up for. With all this ideals or no. You claimed you were taking back the power that had been robbed from women for centuries. So find a way to take the power back. You're stronger than this. You can take this rich alpha ass down a peg. What about the other guy? Is he an alpha too? Sweetie, they're millionaires. They're all alphas. Or, they think they are. For what it's worth, he behaves way different around you than he did with me. Maybe it's an act. Might be why he's participating in this, what do you call it again? New paradigm in the first place? It's a bad sign if he can't behave himself. How do I know I'll be safe? What if he's in the sadomasochistic stuff? I got it covered in the paperwork. No fetish, no bondage, nothing unusual. You're a virgin, for Christ's sakes. It's not like you would be in any of that anyway. He knows it. Funny enough, he wanted it in the agreement in the first place. He said it was important to protect you. I remember those exact words repeated to me when we were alone, verbatim. He arranged for this entire transaction to take place in centuries where sex in exchange for money is legal. The act would take place in 1. The money would be routed through overseas bank accounts you wouldn't touch. The only marginally illegal part is the meeting on U.S. soil to iron out the details. But your pride at the neatness of the deal was fading into the face of Adam Drake, the alpha asshat. I have a serious decision to mull over, and I need to know more about who Adam Drake really is. You're beginning to doubt him. You're beginning to doubt the fact you're selling your virginity? No, really? Really? You don't say. With that being said, I hope y'all did enjoy the video. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Head down in the description below, links to social media, our Discord, and a few links to support me and my content. And pretty much, I will catch you folks later. Peace.